Hello 8th graders and happy Friday. Today we're going to talk about how to find slope when given 2 points on a line. You're going to do a great job. Let's dive. First, let's start with our do now. Look at number 1. Draw the translation of point C 7 units right and 3 units down. Go ahead and move point C now, then enter the new ordered pair into the boxes. If I move point C 7 units right and 3 units down, it's now at 3, -5. Let's look at number 2. Draw the reflection of point C over the x-axis. Do that now, then enter the ordered pair for C' in the box. C' is at -4, too. It's still 2 units away from the axis, now on the opposite side. Now look at number 3. Draw the reflection of point C over the y-axis. Then, enter the ordered pair for C' in the boxes. C' is located at 4, -2. Now let's draw the dilation of this figure with a scale factor of 4 centered at the origin. First, let's write our original ordered pairs. What is the location of point L, the location of point M, the location of point N, and the location of point K? Point L is located at -2, 1. Point M is located at 1, 2. Point N is located at 1, -2. And point K is located at -2, -2. Now let's find the new ordered pairs for our dilated shape by multiplying each ordered pair by 4. What would be the new ordered pair for L', M', N', and K'? L' will be located at -8, 4. M' will be located at 4, 8. N' will be located at 4, -8. And K' will be located at -8, -8. Go ahead and draw those points and connect them to make our dilated shape. Check to make sure your shape looks similar to mine. Now let's simplify some fractions. Again, we'll use simplification when we find slopes today. Simplify 3 over 12. What's the greatest common factor of 3 and 12? What's the largest number that I can divide both by? It's 3. When I divide both 3 and 12 by 3, what is that fraction written in simplest form? It's 1/4. Now simplify 24 over 30. What's the greatest common factor of 24 and 30? It's 6. When I divide both 24 and 30 by 6, what's my fraction written in simplest form? It's 4/5. Now let's do another. Simplify 15 over 20. What's the greatest common factor of 15 and 20? It's 5. When I divide both by 5, what's my new fraction written in simplest form? It's 3/4. Now let's dive into new content for the day. Today we're still talking about slope. Slope is the steepness of a line or its rate of change. We learned yesterday that slope can be found by dividing the vertical change by the horizontal change and writing the result as a fraction. Slope can be represented as rise over run. How quickly the graph changes vertically over how quickly the graph changes horizontally. To find the slope between 2 points, put the change in y, or y2 minus y1, over the change in x, x2 minus x1. So the formula for slope m is y2 minus y1, the y-coordinate from our second ordered pair minus the y-coordinate from our first, over x2 minus x1. Let's take a look at this graph. We know that we can find the slope by finding the vertical change and placing it over the horizontal change. So the slope of this line would be 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1, 2, 3. Let's think about how we could find that if we didn't have the picture of the line to look at. First, we're given 2 points. Let's write those on our paper. -1, -2, and 2, 2. We can label our x1, y1, x2, and y2. x1 just means the first x-coordinate. y1 means the first y-coordinate. x2 means the second x-coordinate. And y2 means the second y-coordinate. To find the change in y, I can subtract my second y-coordinate, 2, minus the first, -2. y2 minus y1, 2 minus -2. What's 2 minus -2? It's 4. So the change in y is 4. Now I can find the change in x. I can subtract my second x-coordinate, x2, minus my first x-coordinate, x1. So 2 minus -1. What's 2 minus -1? It's 3. The slope is the change in y, 4, over 3, the change in x. So to find slope, I can find the difference in the y-coordinates and put it over the difference in the x-coordinates. Now let's do another example. Here is a line that has a negative slope because the line is pointing down and to the right, not up and to the right. I know the slope is negative, and I know that the vertical change is 1 and the horizontal change is 2. So the slope is -1/2. Now let's prove it. What are 2 points we can use to find the slope? Well, the first point is -5, 2, and the second point is -1, 0. I can label x1, y1, x2, and y2. -5 is x1, it's the first x-coordinate. 2 is y1, it's the first y-coordinate. -1 is x2, it's the second x-coordinate. 0 is y2, it's the second y-coordinate. Let's find the change in y by subtracting y2 minus y1. What is 0 minus 2? It's -2. Let's find the change in x by subtracting x2 minus x1. What is -1 minus -5? It's 4. So my slope is -2 over 4. I can simplify that. What's the largest number that 2 and 4 can be divided by? It's 2. When I simplified -2/4, the result is -1/2. So I proved my slope is -1/2. Now there are 6 problems for you to try. We'll do the first couple together, and you'll have a chance to do the next few on your own. Find the slope of a line between the 2 points. First, let's label x1, y1, x2, and y2. Remember that the formula for slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And we can plug our numbers in. y2 is 9 minus y1 is 2. x2 is 7 minus x1 is 1. What's 9 minus 2? It's 7. What's 7 minus 1? It's 6. So the correct answer is 7/6 is our slope. Let's do one more together. Label x1, y1, x2, and y2. -5 is x1, 3 is y1, -1 is x2, 0 is y2. Remember that the formula for slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 is 0 and y1 is 3. x2 is -1 and x1 is -5. What's 0 minus 3? It's -3. What's -1 minus -5? It's 4. So the slope of this line is -3/4. Let's do another. Find the slope of the line that passes between the 2 points. First, what is x1, what is y1, what is x2, and what is y2? 5 is x1, -1 is y1, 0 is x2, 3 is y2. Remember, I can find the slope by doing y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 3 minus -1 over 0 minus 5. What's 3 minus -1? It's 4. What's 0 minus 5? It's -5. So the correct answer is -4/5. Now you try 3. Find the slope that passes between the 2 points 12,5 and 9,8. What's the slope? The slope is -1. y2 is 8, y1 is 5. 8 minus 5 is 3. x2 is 9, x1 is 12. 9 minus 12 is -3. 3 divided by -3 is -1. Let's do another. Find the slope of a line that passes between 2 points. -3, -7, and -8, -1. Go ahead and find that slope now. The slope is -6/5. Now try one more. Find the slope of a line that passes between the 2 points 3, 7, and 7, 1. The correct answer is -3/2. The change in y is -6. The change in x is 4. -6/4 can be simplified to -3/2. You've done a great job on this video. Now it's time to go to IXL Practice Y.2.